I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all, man? We back again with another video between the lines, and today we're here to talk about a specific player that's been in the news a lot lately. But before we get into that, I got a couple things I want to talk to y'all about. First of all, goodbye, my man's merch, man. Y'all see me wearing it a lot, man. It's really comfortable. I'm gonna plug his website under this video. But other than that, we also got to talk about my mic. So lately, I've been getting a lot of comments saying I should bring my mic stand back, or that I should have stopped holding the mic in my hand. But the reason why I don't know about that is because I started holding the mic in my hand because when I was looking at my older videos, I just didn't look like I was energetic or I was into the content enough. Like, it just didn't have no energy in it. So I was like, you know what, let me put my mic in my hand so it looks like I'm staying active while I'm doing my videos. But if you want me to bring back my mic stand, you think it looks better with a mic stand, I will. So just comment on the video you think I should bring back the mic stand. But other than that, man, let's get into this video, man. Y'all probably already know what we're going to talk about. We're here to talk about Ben Simmons, man. So, just a little backstory. I'm not going back into his LSU years or his rookie years. Little backstory. 76ers were having a really good year last season, even with Joel Embiid being in and out the lineup. They were having a really good year, number one in the East. Going into the playoffs, I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were coming out the East. Completely dominate the Wizards. I still don't know to this day if they beat them in 4 or 5, but they dominated the Wizards. Then you go on to face the Hawks. And that's where it kind of all went down. Ben Simmons, I am a Ben Simmons stan, but I am also a honest NBA fan. He had a terrible series. But it wasn't just him. It's a lot of things that they don't talk about. So let's talk about it. Game 1, that's Doc Rivers' fault. Why the hell is Danny Green, 34-year-old Danny Green, on Trae Young instead of your defensive player of the year in Ben Simmons? Why is Danny Green on Trae Young and not Ben Simmons? That's one. So, Doc Rivers lost him that first game. I want to say game 3 or 4, Joel Embiid didn't score at all in the fourth quarter or in the second half. It's one of those. So, that's on him. Game 5 or 6, Ben Simmons outscored Tobias Harris, another max player on that team that just nobody talks about. He outscored Tobias Harris. Nah, they not going to talk about that because it's not Ben Simmons. Game 7. They were down by 1. I talked about this before, I believe. They were down by 1. 50 seconds left. Matisse Thybulle played some really good defense on that play, forced up a bad shot, then smacks the hell out of Kevin Huerter's head on the 3. And Kevin Huerter's not missing those free throws. And he bricked the shot. Even before he smacked his head, he bricked the shot. That's the play that cost him the game. A lot of people like to talk about that play when he passed up the dunk. That play happened with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And they were down by 3. That didn't cost him the game. That play right there, Matisse Thybulle just said this on JJ Redick's podcast a couple of days ago. That play cost him the game. They were down by 1 with 50 seconds left, and he smacked the shit out of his head on the 3. That cost him the game. But they don't want to talk about that. That's the thing with Ben Simmons, bro. They like to put the blame on him. I just gave you 3 things that just doesn't get talked about enough because Ben Simmons wasn't involved in it. Joel Embiid, not scoring in the fourth quarter. Game 1, why the hell is Ben Simmons not on Trae Young? And I was watching that. So, why the fuck is Ben Simmons guarding Kevin Huerter? Yeah, Kevin Huerter's a bucket, but he's not Trae Young. Why is he guarding Kevin Huerter? Then you got Tobias Harris not doing what Tobias Harris does, actually. Doing what playoff Tobias Harris does. But nobody likes to talk about it because it's not Ben Simmons, bro. So, you got all that. Then you got after the game. You got Joel Embiid throwing shots at Ben Simmons saying, we were in a good position to come back, and then one of our players passed up an open dunk. And then the other player got fouled. That's one. And then you got Doc Rivers. Somebody asked him, is Ben Simmons capable of being a championship level? Can you win the finals with Ben Simmons as your point guard? He said, I don't know if you can. That's 2. So 2 little shots from 2 of the biggest names in your organization at throwing at Ben Simmons. Why would he want to come back? Now you got all these news lately that's saying, They want to fly to Ben Simmons and talking to him, and Ben Simmons keeps denying it. Basically, they're trying to make it look like Ben Simmons is the bad man. But look at the stuff that they did to Ben Simmons, bro. I wouldn't want to play with that team either, bro. You had shots from Joel Embiid, shots from your coach that's supposed to be riding with you. I don't want to play for them at all. Then you got the fans. You already know the fans. They are some diehard fans. I get that. That's what fans supposed to do. They're supposed to be diehard. My fault. I got to put my charger on my laptop for this shit die. Yeah, they supposed to be diehard fans. Like, 76ers are one of the most diehard fans, not in just the NBA, but in all sports. Like, they booed the 76ers plenty of times on their own court. But they're crazy as hell. And I understand the Ben Simmons don't want to play with them anymore, man. So now you got them wanting to get Ben Simmons back. You got Joel Embiid constantly calling him. Ben Simmons not answering the phone. I wouldn't answer it either. You got them wanting to fly out to LA to go meet up with him. He told them, y'all stay your ass in Philly. I'm not coming there. I don't care if y'all find me. I'm a max player. I'm making $34 million next year. Find me $200K. Who cares? That's damn near rent money. That's nothing, bro. Like, bro, you got all this stuff happening. Like, the thing that I'm loving is I'm seeing Ben Simmons in the gym every day. That's the only thing I love, though. But, like, just to get into Ben Simmons, bro, I think it's a big misconception when you talk about Ben Simmons. So, like I said earlier, Ben Simmons is a max player. And when you look at, like, media nowadays, bro, and some people can attest to this, some people probably can't. People like to label people being nice at basketball by the points that they score. Like, you will get some casual people that say Draymond Green is trash because he scored like 6-7 points a game. Ben Simmons, same thing. Rudy Gobert, one of the best defensive players of all time. People will say he's trash. Now, I understand people will say that he don't deserve that money that you got, that $38 million that you got, but you will see a lot of people saying he's trash because he's just not a type of scorer. That's what people like to label as being nice in basketball. You gotta be a scorer. To me, when you look at Ben Simmons is the most effective player. What did I write down? Because that's actually kind of hard to say off the dome. To me, Ben Simmons is one of the best players when it comes to impacting basketball without scoring. And that just doesn't get talked about enough. So, let's basically just get into it, bro. Gilbert Arenas the other day talked about it. He said, in order for Ben Simmons to be the player that he needs to be, or the player that he should be, he needs to be put in a Giannis-type role. And now, this is not the first time I've heard that, but it's definitely the first time a lot of people heard it because it's Gilbert Arenas, one of the big names in basketball in the past decade or so. But I heard it literally the past 2 years from my boy Pee Wee the Plug. He said it plenty of times. Ben Simmons, there's no reason why Ben Simmons shouldn't be playing like Giannis. But he also backed it up by saying he can't do that while playing with Joel Embiid. That's why he kept saying for the past 2 years, you got to build with Ben. Because Ben Simmons is not going to be able to do the things that they expect him to do with playing with Joel Embiid. And let's get into it. Joel Embiid is one of the most dominant paint players we've ever seen. Footwork in the paint, everything in the paint, just dominant. But when it comes to Ben Simmons, bro, the paint is also a place where he needs to get his money at. But he can't do that with Joel Embiid down there. Like, if you put Giannis in the situation that Ben's in, we're not going to see the same exact player. Because he can't do the shit that he wants to do with Joel Embiid standing down there. Because Joel Embiid is going to get his touches, and Joel Embiid has to be down there. I know they tried to go into an era where they tried to split the floor. Joel Embiid was shooting a lot more threes, but as you can see, the year before last year, it just didn't work out. So they went back to Joel Embiid going in the paint and dominating. That's when he had his best year, which was last year. But you can't expect Ben Simmons to do Ben Simmons things when he has another paint beast down there. Like, when you look at the Bucks, they did the rebuild so perfectly because they put shooting around Giannis at every position. Drew Holiday, not really a shooter, but is capable of shooting, so he can spread the floor. Dante DiVincenzo, a shooter. Chris Middleton, a shooter. Brook Lopez, turned into a shooter to play with the Bucks. That's the way you're supposed to build around Ben. You got to put shooters at every position. The 76ers, I wouldn't say they failed to do that. They don't have the opportunity to do that when one of the positions you have is a paint beast. He doesn't need to be around the 3-point shot. He shouldn't be around there. He should be in the paint all the time. But if you was to put Ben Simmons in a situation like Giannis in, I'm not gonna say he's gonna carry them to a championship. Which I was having this argument with this one girl, Hannah Hoops, on Twitter. She got a big following, I guess. She was like, I don't know. She said some sarcastic shit that kind of blew me. Because, like, if you watched the video, you understood. You should be able to understood what the hell Gabriel Arenas was trying to say. Like she said, I'm sure if you switch Giannis and Ben would lead them to a championship. I never fucking said that in my life. I never said that. I'm saying if you put Ben Simmons in that situation that Giannis in, we wouldn't be having this whole conversation about Ben Simmons being ass or his confidence level is low. We wouldn't be having times where he's scoring 4 points in the fourth quarter out of 4 games. We wouldn't have that because he can't be able to do the shit that he wants to do while playing with Joel Embiid. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you put him on a team like Giannis, I'm not saying you're going to carry them to a championship, but they damn sure going to be a playoff team. They're going to be a very dominant team because Ben Simmons is capable of doing some of the stuff that Giannis does. Some of the stuff that Giannis does. Because I'm not going to sit here and act like Ben Simmons and Giannis are the same player. But Ben Simmons in a role of Giannis would not be that far away. They will still be this sort of like the same player, even though I just said they're not. But they will still sort of be the same player, bro, because Ben Simmons, when Joel Embiid doesn't play, that people don't realize this at all. When Joel Embiid doesn't play, Ben Simmons dominates. And I know a lot of people want to say dominate. Ben Simmons dominates. In the past 2 years, when Joel Embiid doesn't play. Well, in 2019-2020, he averaged 28 and 7. Last year, you averaged 15, 8, and 9. Put together, you averaged 17, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists in the last 2 years without playing with Joel Embiid. And then let me point out some of the dominant games that he had without playing with Joel Embiid. 29, 11, and 13 assists on Rudy Gobert. It was another game with Rudy Gobert where he had 42, 11, and 13. On Rudy Gobert. He dominates the Jazz, especially when Joel is playing. Another game, 24, 11, and 14. Another game, 34, 12, and 12. Another game, 28, 10, and 8. Another game, 31, 6, and 5. Like, when Joel Embiid is not playing, that's when Ben Simmons has his best game. Because he's free. It's his team. I know Tobias Harris is there, and when Joel Embiid's not playing, Tobias Harris is automatically another primary scorer, but that is his team when Joel Embiid's not there. The thing that Giannis never had is a player in front of him. He never had that. Obviously, he had that when he was not as good. But, like, Ben Simmons came into the league. He was already a dominant motherfucker. Like, he made the All-Star his second year. But when you look at Giannis, he never had a player in front of him. Like, when he started to get good, it was never a player in front of him. Ben Simmons has always been as good as he is right now. But he's always had a dominant All-Star in front of him. And he couldn't do the shit that he wants to do. And I feel like nobody likes to point that out. They just like to go at Ben Simmons because that's just what everybody else does. Everybody like to follow the wave nowadays, bro. But when you look at Ben Simmons, man, if he gets traded, and if I'm any NBA team, I'm praying he doesn't get traded to the Timberwolves. Because if you put him next to Cat, it's fucking over. And Anthony, it's over. When you have a lineup of... Because they're probably going to have to trade Malik Beasley. I mean, probably not. You can just do a flop. A lineup of Ben, Malik, Anthony Edwards. Probably got to put Jalen McDaniels. So Jaron Vanderbilt, or Jalen, whatever his name is, son Vanderbilt, and Cat, it's over, bro. That young core is just it's a lot. That young core is a lot to stop, and it's completely unstoppable. With a player like Cat, that's a player that Ben Simmons can do his stuff with because Cat is the best big man shooter of all time. It's not an argument. You can say Dirk. No, it's not an argument. Cat's multiple years, 43% from 3, 40% from 3. It's not an argument no more. He's the best big man shooter of all time. He's probably the most skilled big man we've ever seen of all time. So, if you put that next to Ben Simmons, I'm telling you, it's not going to be a great sight for other teams, bro. That duo would dominate. Especially in the East. I mean, in the West. That duo would dominate. And, hey, y'all better hope that Ben Simmons doesn't end on the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. Because if he do, bro, it's going to be a whole new Ben Simmons. Because, yes, I'm not believing the hype that I'm seeing in these highlight tapes. But I just see a new attitude from him, man. Like this, nah, fuck that. Nah, y'all stay in Philly. Nah, y'all not. I don't care. I don't care. Not answering Joel Embiid calls. I don't care. And he's in the gym every day. I'm liking that, but I'm not buying into them shooting the threes and shit, shooting the mid-range shots and shit. But I'm loving the attitude that I'm seeing from him, bro. Like he's about his shit. And if he ends up on the Minnesota Timberwolves, that's not. That's a sight that not a lot of people want to see, bro. Y'all don't want to see that, bro. Y'all don't, man. But hey, that's it for this video, man. I just wanted to come in with a quick video, but I was about to do a video about De'Aaron Fox for like my underrated list. He's underrated, but like motherfuckers know De'Aaron is that nigga. But he's underrated because like, when you look at him, a lot of people say Shea is better than him. Shea is not fucking with De'Aaron. A lot of people say Ja is better. Fuck no. When you look at guards, like some of the best guards on 25, it's Luka, Trey, and De'Aaron. It's nobody else. You don't got to really worry about them. Colin Sexton is a mile away. He still got a lot of time. Darius Garland got a lot of time. Shea's nice, but he got a lot of time to get it to where De'Aaron at. De'Aaron is nice, bro. It's just the Kings are just so fucking garbage. You draft Davion Mitchell at 9 when you had Franz Wagner, Moses Moody, Trey Murphy the third, right? The Kings are a dumbass organization, bro. But when you look at De'Aaron by himself, De'Aaron is top 10 guard in the league, any position, and that motherfucker is a beast, bro. And I was gonna bring that video, but like, man, this Ben Simmons shit. I gotta see if I can catch some views off this motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I gotta catch some views off this, man. But after that, other than that, man, that's it for the video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.